So the 2025 Formula 1 season is right around the corner, and with that in mind, I'm going to give some bold predictions for this Formula 1 season. Now, if you follow me on the Football Chronicle, you'll know that I love giving out bold predictions for seasons, and in most cases actually messing them up and getting them very, very wrong. But the point of a bold prediction is not to go for the favourite. I'm not going to say that, for example, Max Verstappen's going to win the Drivers' World Championship in a bold prediction, because that's not a bold prediction now, is it? Because he's the favourite. So a bold prediction in this case is something that I think is possible, but something that is not likely to happen. I'm sticking my neck out. I'm going to make this fun. Let's not just go for the boring, the ordinary predictions that everybody is going to give. Let's go for something a bit left field, something that is unlikely to happen, but I think could happen. So I'm going to give 5 for the 2025 season, and we're going to start with Ollie Bearman. Now, I want to talk about Bearman for the first prediction because, and I've said this before, I think that out of all the rookies, so there's quite a few rookies obviously, I still count Liam Lawson as a rookie personally. We've got obviously Kimi Antonelli, we've got Jack Doohan, who's at Alpine, Gabriel Bortoleto, who is at Sauber, and we've also got Isaac Hadjar at the Racing Bulls. That is a quarter of the grid. That is 5 different drivers. Now, I said out of all those drivers, I thought the most likely one to actually beat their teammate in 2025 is Ollie Bearman. I think Ollie Bearman is going to outscore his much more experienced teammate, Esteban Ocon at Haas. You guys know that I don't particularly rate Ocon very highly. I feel like he's a very much a headline driver, someone who gets an incredible result once or twice a season, and then for the rest of the season, the guy is absolutely anonymous. I really do rate Ollie Bearman highly. He's had 3 races in Formula 1 so far, 2 of them for Haas. 2 of those 3 races he did very well, and the other one he struggled in Brazil, but again, you know, he's a very young driver. You can expect the odd mistake here and there. But I think overall throughout this season, I'm going to back Bearman to be the only driver to beat their teammate over the course of the season. Well, the rookie drivers, I should say, to beat their teammate over the course of the season in terms of points. I don't think that Antonelli will be able to beat Russell over the course of a season. I'm not backing Hadjar to beat Tsunoda. I don't think that Vettel is going to beat Hülkenberg. And I definitely don't think that Liam Lawson is going to Max Verstappen over the course of a season. So I'm going to back Bearman to be the only one to beat their teammate as a rookie. Now, last season we had an incredible variety of different winners, and my next 2 predictions are all related to that. Now, this is a very bold one. I'm going to say 5 different teams to win a race in 2025. Now, last season we obviously had Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren and Mercedes all win multiple different races, and I think they'll continue that. I feel like Mercedes won't be particularly great this season, but they'll have the odd race, a cold race in Las Vegas, Silverstone, Spa, somewhere like that. That'll suit them and they'll do very well there. So I'm going to back all 4 of those teams to win again in 2025. Now, who is the team going to beat? Now, that is a very difficult one to predict. You know, Williams have an incredible driver lineup and they show a lot of promise. I feel like a podium's a massive ask, let alone a victory. Alpine, again, they've always got a one-off incredible result. Imagine if Franco Colapinto wins on his Alpine debut when he gets in for Jack Doohan or something like that. I'm not saying who the 5th team is that's going to win, but I'm going to say there's a 5th team. You know, it could well be Aston Martin if they improve massively throughout the season, but they'll need an absolute miracle to do that. So a very bold one. I don't know who the 5th team is going to be, but like I say, at the end of the day, it's easy to say 4 teams will win. I'm going to go with 5. Why not? Let's make an exciting season. We can live in hope, guys. Come on. There's a very fine line between hope and delusion in these cases with these predictions. And likewise as well, with a third prediction, I've gone with 8 different drivers or more to win races in 2025. Now, in 2024, we had 7 different winners, both Mercedes drivers, both Ferrari drivers, both McLaren drivers, and of course, Max Verstappen. I am backing at least 8 to win. So I am backing for the first wins in their careers for Antonelli. I'm backing it for Lawson as well. I think the usual suspects of Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, they'll all win races as well on top of that. And we might well see some incredible victories for someone else. Again, outside of those top 4 teams, I'm predicting there's be at least 1 more potentially. You know, I'm going 8+. We'll see what happens with that, guys. But like I said, it's unlikely, but it could happen. We can hope. We can hope. And if that happened, that would be the most competitive season in terms of results since like 1982, I think. I think we had something crazy in terms of winners overall from that, albeit a much shorter season back in those days too. Now, here we go. So, despite the shirt that I am wearing, I am going to say that Ferrari will be Constructors' champions. Now, I would personally argue, again, this is very bold in itself, but I would argue that Ferrari have the best driver lineup in the grid in the form of Sir Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. They came very close to winning the championship last season. They have excellent momentum from last season. There are some doubts being placed on Sir Lewis Hamilton and also the car as well. I think it probably isn't the fastest right now, but throughout the season, as we saw in 2024, Ferrari, they can have a bit of something. They've got a bit of magic about them. So and I can't say that Red Bull are going to be the ones to win it. I can't say that McLaren are going to be the ones to win it either, because that's not a bold prediction. Mercedes, I don't think are consistent enough, and anybody outside of that top four, I mean, it's a miracle asking for a win from them, but I am doing that as well. So yeah, I think that, you know, I'm going to go with Ferrari to win their first championship of any description since 2008 in the form of the Constructors' Championship. But do I think they're going to win the Drivers' Championship? Leclerc, Hamilton, who's going to do it? Well, no, I'm going to go for a McLaren driver. But I'm not going for Norris. Norris is very much the favourite. I can't go for Max Verstappen. That's not bold. I'd say it'd be bold to go for one of the Ferrari drivers, but I'm going to go a bit of variety here. I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to go for Oscar Piastri to be the world champion. I know. I've got goosebumps even saying something like that. That'd be absolutely incredible if he managed it. But I really do rate this kid highly. I think he's fantastic. I really, really do think he's a very cool head on very young and inexperienced shoulders. Now, of course, his form at times last year was a bit patchy, but so was Lando Norris as well. I do think Lando Norris is a much more likely driver to win the championship, as is Max Verstappen. As is in truth, I would probably say Leclerc is as likely and Hamilton arguably more likely because of his championship winning experience. But you gotta start somewhere. Norris hasn't won a championship yet, and you know, McLaren are very much coming into this one as the heavy favourites. Everybody's saying after pre-season testing they are the favourites. Max Verstappen is saying in the media that he doesn't think he's got any chance of winning in Australia. But can the Aussie do it? I think he can. I really do think he can. I think it is a very bold prediction to it, and I don't say I say it, but like I always say with these kind of things, let's make it fun. Why not? Let's go for it. So, in short, to summarise, my 5 bold predictions for the 2025 Formula 1 season. Ollie Behrman to be the only rookie to beat his teammate throughout the course of a season. So he's going to beat Esteban Ocon. I'm going with 5 different teams to win a Grand Prix. I am going with at least 8 different drivers to win a Grand Prix. I am going for Ferrari to be the Constructors' World Champion, and I'm also going for Oscar Piastri to win the Drivers' World Championship. Yes, don't worry guys, I'm not going to bury these predictions if they get wrong. We'll do a mid-season update, and we'll also do an update at the end of the season to see how right or wrong, probably wrong, I am. So what are your bold predictions for the 2025 season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Have a great day, guys. I hope we have a fantastic season, and I hope we have a great race as well on Sunday morning around Melbourne, Australia. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more wacky predictions just like this from the world of Formula 1. And if you want to support us some more, I would really appreciate anything you can give over on Patreon or Substack as well. We are the biggest F1 newsletter in the world on Substack. Just saying, I'm going to rep that for as long as I can do. Yeah. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves.